allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Amagansett School Board welcomes public comment, but we have revised the protocol for the meetings in order to keep an efficient and orderly manner. So for tonight and for the future, each speaker is limited to 2 minutes for their comments. The board will listen to comments, but we are not necessarily going to debate or discuss the items. Operational matters will be handled by Eleanor Tritt, the superintendent, and the board is not permitted to address personnel or individual student matters with the public. Community comments? Consent agenda. Number 5, superintendent's comments, please. Motion for consent agenda. Thank you.
Aye.
Second, there was a motion in a second. There was a motion made.
You want to do it again?
Yes. Motion for consent agenda.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 5, superintendent's comments.
First, I would like to express my personal thanks and appreciation to everyone, the staff, the parents, the board, the community, for all the outpouring of support during the last month. It was a very big comfort to me, and I really appreciate everybody's tremendous help. I think we have some education topics in the news. First article was one that doesn't pertain to our children at this point, but ultimately will, and the discussion regarding the SAT versus the ACT. So I think it would be important for people to become familiar with those issues now, learn what the options are, so that when the children, when our children progress to the high school or the current secondary students are involved, they can make the best decision for themselves regarding the SAT versus the ACT tests. The next article I thought was particularly interesting, an article on why kids can't write. And of course there are many sides to the discussion. And in general there seems to be a decrease in children's ability to write, and particularly with the use of technology now. But we are very proud of our writing program here in the Amagansett School. We have an excellent program. We actually incorporated last year reading and writing fundamentals in addition to our support. I think a very good example was last year the 4th grade students wrote very well-formed letters either in support of chocolate milk on Fridays or against chocolate milk on Fridays. And not only did they write well-structured letters, but they also used good thought process and good grammatical structure to their writing. So I think that we have always indicated the importance of writing, and throughout all the grades the teachers do stress it. So I think that this particular issue, which may exist elsewhere, really is not an issue for our school, so we're very proud of that. The other article, I think, is one which is a kind of sign of our times. DeNapoli releases analysis of state financial plan, warns of federal risks. They're kind of indicating to us ahead of time that the state financial condition is not as strong as it might be in the coming year. So that's something to keep an eye on throughout the year. It's always stable and indication of what might be happening. Hopefully things will return and we'll get better. We had a very successful summer program this year, and I'd like to ask Mrs. Ford to talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So one thing again this year, we provided our students with a summer enrichment program. For 4 weeks, students came in and they were involved in very many educational, fun, learning, hands-on learning-based experiences. Students from kindergarten through 6th grade and a few students that participated from the middle school as helpers came. Alumni we actually had a presentation from one of our former alumni in coding, so we integrated that into our program this year, which was great. We had a great partnership with Amber Waves, and the students visited Amber Waves, learned about the technical skills involved in farming and crops, and they also did a farm to table where they used some of the crops and some of the fresh produce and vegetables that were at Amber Waves, and they used it and cooked and made actual snacks for themselves for the day. So it was very, very well pleased. Overall, it was very, very well. If you were here, you could just hear the excitement in the air from the students, the giggles, the laughs, the camaraderie amongst themselves, amongst the older students with the younger students. Once again, it was just an amazing program, and thank you for allowing us to continue to offer that to our students. It makes a big difference.
It's really wonderful to see the old children come back and work with the younger children, and it keeps that feeling of community and support, and the older children sharing with the younger children, and the younger children looking up to the older children. That's a nice aspect of it as well.
Should we maybe send a thank you to Amber Waves of some sort?
Certainly can.
Maybe the board could. Who knows?
It's a wonderful opportunity for our children to have great experiences. We'd also like to, at this point, in August, what we always do is talk about the instructional goals for the coming year, and what we do is review the results, the assessments, and the activities of the students from the prior year, see what our goals were, how our students did, and then formulate goals for the upcoming year. So what we're going to be looking at is, first we're going to look at not only the state test, but also, even more importantly, the results on the NWEA test. Those tests are given 3 times a year, in the fall, the winter, and the spring. And those tests are nationally normed, and they actually have a very extensive skill level broken out by strand within both ELA language, reading language, and mathematics. And each strand is very, very extensively broken down to the particular skills in each strand, and it goes through a whole continuum so that you can actually measure where a child is from the lowest grade to the highest grade. And they measure by what's called a Roush score, which is they call RIT scores. And there are even intervals along the way. And we can tell exactly what skills each individual child has mastered, at what level they're performing, and then we can make our goals for each child as to how they proceed. So those are very nationally constructed and normed tests, which are extremely reliable, far more reliable than issues of the state tests. We're going to look at the results on the state test from the prior year, because that informs us of how our children did according to goals that we had set up for this year. And we also didn't have this year's actual test results until about 3 hours ago. So we hurried up. We didn't think that we were going to be able to actually present those results to you. So we are actually going to include this year's results, which were quite good in part, and then we'll have more extensive analysis when we have a chance to do the whole review. And then we're going to talk about our overarching vision for what we want for our children throughout every year, and then specifically what our individual objectives were for this past year, and how we did, and then the objectives that we're gonna set for the following year. So it's a whole combination of how our children performed and where we were and where we're going. So let's Maria come on, we have some information prepared for you.
You know, as always, it's our goal to provide an optimal education for all our students and to meet them at their levels where they are, where they begin, and to ensure growth. So one of the things that you have to keep in mind, we get our data, we look at it, we like to triangulate the data. We don't rely on one particular data piece to get a full picture of the puzzle of each student. So we utilize various measures in order to truly provide instruction based on individual student needs. We love technology when it works. So the first thing we're going to look at is the New York State report card. So New York State provides a report card in every district in the state of New York. And it includes aggregated data from public schools across the state. It reports enrollment, demographics, and assessment data. You can access our report card or any district's report card at data.niced.gov. In the search bar, you put in Amagansett, and Amagansett will come up, or any other district. It's available for review. We also have a link on our website under our district and district information. If you look there, that will bring you to the link to the report card. So annually, school report cards are prepared by the New York State Department of Education and prepare statistical information for each school building and each school district. This report includes demographics and assessment results by subgroups. We don't see the benefit of the subgroup because in order to be a subgroup, you need 30 or more students on that grade level. We have very small class sizes and class grade sizes, so therefore we don't get a lot of subgroup information, but the largest districts would. Okay. So one of the things that the last year's report card reported on was our New York State math, BLA, and math reading. So as you can see, throughout the grades, we compare ourselves to Suffolk County and the state. Goals were developed this year based on these results and also results from our NWEA. This year in particular from our data, we focused on improving curriculum instruction and to exceed the state in all grades and all levels. So basically when you look at here, when you look at percentages, what's problematic with percentages is in Amagansett, our numbers are so small. One student can be a 20% change in our results. So year to year, although it's important to see our results, we also follow cohorts, and that's what we do in our more detailed analysis. When we start our instruction, we share it with our teachers, and we also perform our curriculum. One of the other measures that we look at is NWEA. Throughout the year, in addition to the New York State assessment, the issue with the New York State assessment is a snapshot in time of the students and how they're performing on that grade level. What we like about the NWEA is there's no ceiling and there's no floor. We get a true number and an understanding of where our students are succeeding and where they're having difficulty. If a child is performing below grade level, it lets us know how far below. If a child is performing above grade level, it lets us know how far above. So again, we get individualized tailored instruction, which is what we pride ourselves on here at Amagansett. So if you look at this particular chart, what you're seeing is the year. The RIT gains from fall to spring. As Mrs. Trigg had mentioned, RIT scores is a Roush unit. Based on a particular type or difficulty of a question, a Roush unit is given. For instance, maybe a first grade question has a Roush unit of 139. So what we do is we look at the average RIT range of our students in the beginning of the year and the end of the year, and we like to see that our students increase. So in kindergarten through sixth grade, if you look at our first column, that's 2016-17, you can see that our students all grew from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. What's really important is if you look at the next chart, the total above the national mean rate. Why is that important? It's important because here in Amagansett, we're a very small school. We want to see how we stack up against other students in other schools across the United States. NWA provides normative data so that we're able to see how our students are doing in relation to the rest of the country. whether you want to go to Yale, whether you want to go to Stony Brook University, all the students in the United States are applying to the same schools. How do our students stack up? If you look here at our first column, if you can see, this is our points above the national norm. So we are outperforming at all grade levels above the national norm. So that's something to be very proud of. That's in math. Next slide. Same trend follows in reading. As you can see, we've shown a lot of growth in our fall to spring games and also in math. Once again, if you look at the math 2016 nationally, we're anywhere from 13 to 25 points above the national norm, which is something that we're really proud of, and that's what we continually to strive to increase. Another measure that we utilize is when we're providing instruction, we want to provide the students instruction regardless of their level. So in the beginning of the year, we want to see growth. One of the areas is in students performing in the 95th percentile and the 90th percentile above. As you can see, if you look at our fall scores, and starting in September when we start the assessment, we have students, 4.88% of our students scoring in the 95th percentile and above. By the end of the year, we have 13.41. That's really something to really be proud of, because that is really raising our instruction, which was one of our goals, to really improve instruction for all students. Again, total number of students 90th percentile and above, we have 8.54, all the way up to 24.39 in math. So, this helps us to show that the curriculum we're providing to our students is meeting their needs, and that is our goal.
If I could just add also.
Sure.
Typically above the 95th percentile would typically be only 1 or 2% of the population. So that's a very strong number.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
This is a test which the parents can opt out of, or is that a different set of tests?
It's a different set of tests. The test that students can opt out of, the New York State assessment.
Yes.
One of the other requirements in New York State is response to intervention. You have to have a universal screener, something that will screen every student. Our universal screener is NWEA, and we chose that screener because it provides a multitude of information. Actually, one of their latest reports, speaking of ACT, one of their latest reports maps back and can predict how a student will do on the ACT. And another thing that's really nice is giving to 10.2 million students across the nation. So we are really comparing ourselves. Their norms, where they get their percentages and their RIT scores, are updated every 3 years. And some of the standardized tests, they haven't been updated since the early 90s, late 80s. So that's why the information we glean from this particular assessment really helps us with our AIS, with our advanced students, with our average students, and it helps us pinpoint our instruction. So that's really what we're looking for. And this provides more thorough information than a New York State assessment at this time. So. Oh, no, wrong way.
Tough try.
That's okay. So that was our reading. So as you can see, reading, that was math. This is reading. Okay. Now, in addition to the assessments, we developed goals based on the assessments, the New York State assessments, the NWEA, teacher-student feedback. Every year we check. Of overarching goals are district goals. That our educational program will promote the development of well-rounded students who demonstrate a broad range of academic, aesthetic, and physical skills and interests. Our second goal as a district, this is a multi-year goal, is students will demonstrate creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. And our third goal is students will work cooperatively with others, communicate ideas effectively, and demonstrate personal responsibility and respect for others. Overall, you're looking at the development of the whole child. Within our overarching goals, annually we develop our own specific goals based on, again, New York State assessments, curriculum, teachers, students. And we really think of how we're going to better improve our instruction at the school, the great school that it is. So our objective this year was to enhance instruction by providing targeted training to teachers in the implementation of student computer programs to enhance and enrich instruction. You know, a lot of times we have students working at multiple levels. So we wanted to provide them opportunity to practice, to apply what they've learned, And this is something that they could do in a computer class, they could do it in extra time, they can also do it at home. We provided the logins and passwords to all our students. So we focused on a few programs and really enhanced the teacher use of the programs. And it was very helpful in meeting the needs of all students. We also provided technology assistance to teachers after school. During the school day, teachers are focusing on their students. We wanted to give them the opportunity to apply and learn more after school. So 2 days a week, teachers voluntarily could come and practice or ask questions to provide more understanding of programs that they could utilize and in turn use in their classroom. Objective 2 was to increase communication by utilizing Google Groups for administrative correspondence for the district and provide translated notices that go home to facilitate communication in multilingual homes. This year was our first year with Google Group. We want to be careful and have a gentle balance and provide information to parents that are important. There's a lot of information going home in the classroom, a lot of information going back and forth in folders. So this is just something that we provided administratively to parents, like, for instance, cyberbullying and social media. That was a big concern of our parents. So we have something called Tech Talk Tuesdays that we had the person come in and we did a presentation of screenagers, which is how to work with technology in your students. That was something that we could blast out to parents. Don't forget tomorrow night is screenagers, don't forget tonight is screenagers, just to help people. And we're all very busy. It's a little reminder, but it's something that definitely helped. Our third objective was to target instruction to meet the needs of students at multiple levels to increase achievement and growth. As you see by our results, and you looked at and you could see our NWAs, we did meet that goal this year also. Oh, sorry. 17-18 school-wide objectives. So what are we going to do this year? This year, our goal is to implement next generation New York State English language arts and math standards. This is going to be finalized in September. So we are going to do our grade level meetings. We hold grade level meetings, K-2, 3-6 specials and specialists. I meet with the group of teachers every week. And we focus on standards, instructions, ideas, what's going on in the world of education. So one of the things we're going to focus on is taking our I can statements or statements to show how we utilize the standards, something they used to do for us, but the new standards, we're lacking in that. So we'll look to see what we're doing and to add to that if necessary. Our goal is to integrate Google Classroom utilizing Chromebooks to prepare students to utilize this platform. I think Jen Miller, we have purchased Chromebooks for all students. And the reason we moved from Mac to Chrome is we really wanted to provide an opportunity for students before they go into the middle school to have that opportunity to interact. Because a lot of education in the higher levels is being done through Google School. So that was one thing that we wanted to integrate this year. Our third goal was to increase student achievement and grade level growth from year to year by 10%. NWEA provides goals for each student. We want to increase that for the grade level as they go, cohort to cohort. So we're comparing oranges to oranges versus apple to oranges, which is what tends to happen when you do New York State assessment data. And then our goal number 4 is to increase communication. One of the things that we're proud of is if we're here, we're available. Feel free to call us, any questions, concerns. We're always here, so that is our 4th goal. And hot off the press. So all the focuses we had this year with teachers, with students, with computer programs. How did it turn out? Well, we just received our results today, and I'm proud to say we outperformed Suffolk and New York State in all areas. So, I'm very proud of you, Lance.
Now, we're talking how many students for Amagansett? 3rd, 4th, and 5th, a total? Because you're talking, a small amount, 62%, versus Suffolk County, the classroom sizes are much bigger, right? So
Actually,
60%.
it's much harder to get these results in a smaller school than a bigger school because the dispersion is greater. Stochastic dispersion because you've got a smaller sample group. So this is even more impressive.
But according to how many kids are there, the average is the children in those grade levels out of, what are we talking about, 40 kids, 30 kids, third, fourth, and fifth?
What the 62%, for instance, represents.
Is of
is that
those.
62% of the children that took the test
Correct.
were proficient.
Okay.
That's what that number means.
Right. So, and how many is that of Amagansett? So we had how many students? 40 students?
But we had students opting out too, so
Would you like the number, which number would you like, Mrs. Chair?
the total number of students and the total number that took the test.
Well, in each grade it's different, so we'd like maybe grade by grade. Grade 3 at ELI we had 13, grade 4, 13, grade 5, 9, and grade 6, 12 in ELI. And in math, 14, 13, 10, and 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice presentation. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
nice.
And great results.
That's very nice.
Thank you. There were previous questions that were asked on a variety of issues, and I'd like to provide some responses to those questions. Question was raised regarding the tax levies for in the 2016-17 school year. That increased by $327,390, which was a 3.74% increase, and the increase this year, the 2017-18 year, was an increase of $206,640, which was 2.27%. There was also a question raised regarding transfers that were made into reserve funds. And in 2015, the voters approved transferring $300,000 annually to the capital reserve fund. There was a transfer at the end of the 2015-16 year of $300,000 to the capital reserve fund as the voters approved, and there was a transfer of $80,000 into the retirement reserve. All the financial data, including our budget, our audited report, our financial reports, are all on our website under the category of district and under the business office tab. And anybody who would like to review any of that information, we can certainly make an appointment.
I have a question. You said 15-16 school year, so what was it for last year?
For the 15-16 school year, I took.
That was 2 years ago. Yeah. You-
The 16-17 school year, we have an estimated amount, but we don't, until the actual books actually are totally closed, we won't have the exact figure because the auditors have to come in and look and make sure that the accountants did everything correctly and adjustments might have to be made.
But aren't the books closed now as of June 30th?
The audit will be finalized on October 15th, and that's when those numbers will be available.
So, but how much money was transferred from 16 to 17? You voted on it, and you said it was going to be transferred.
There was an approved amount of $140,000 into the retirement reserve and $300,000 into the capital reserve.
Thank you.
As we indicated, by October 15th, the final external auditor's report will be presented in the management letter, and all of the figures will be finalized and will be posted on our website and reported to the state. The various responsibilities of the administrators within the district, each of them meet the legal mandate, and we work in the best interest of the children in the district to provide efficient and effective services. Those responsibilities are determined by the superintendent of the various people, and they're listed on our website, and some of those responsibilities may change from year to year depending upon the different mandates and the different issues that may arise We anticipate that we will have 15 children in pre-K3 this year. We have 15, the names of 15 children, not all of them have completely registered, but we're anticipating that 15 children will register. Legal counsel's retainer is attendance at board meetings. The legal counsel's retainer is included within that. There is not an additional fee. The various responsibilities, as I had indicated, of administrators, I want to point out that the independent evaluator is something that's required by the state, and when we did implement that requirement, there are 2 administrative positions which we did not fill, and assignments have been assigned and reallocated. That is the director of student services or pupil personnel services was not filled, and the grants coordinator was not filled. And so we have been effective in providing for administrative responsibilities to be covered and still within the same administrative structure that we had previously. The assistant district clerk serves in the absence of the district clerk, and the person who will serve in that capacity was named. And that's a response to the questions that were asked.
But can I just ask, the questions I asked, these were going to be answered, and then you voted to change the per diem or whatever the laws. So, but my question was, why was the title of Dr. Lamagisi changed? So that question was asked, so before you changed your ruling on you would.
The title was changed to more accurately reflect the assignment of duties when the other 2 positions were not filled.
So we need 3 administrators, we need all 3 of them.
Yes.
And
Move on to the enrollment now.
can I ask one more question? Why
Can you?
at the end?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
And also, we come to the podium to ask questions.
okay.
The enrollment statistic update that we have for September is 101 children. We're very pleased we have gotten a number of new children enrolled, so we're excited for those children to participate. And we have 86 students who are attending East Hampton schools and 4 students who are placed outside of East Hampton and for whom we pay tuition.
Okay, moving on, number 6, committee reports. 7, old business.
Is it committee? Well, there should be a